The feeling must be terrific around the club, especially after a win like that. Probably your best win in a couple of years.
Yeah, no, it was a wonderful win, and the feeling's been really good all year, actually, Barris. So, we knew Carlton were really going to, take it up to us, and they're a quality team. So to beat a quality team like that's a really good effort.
Why do you think the Eagles won that game?
Our defensive pressure's been outstanding all year, and again we set ourselves to really sort of pressure Carlton and lay some really big tackles. So I thought we did that. We made it really uncomfortable for them most of the day, and certainly losing Jamison for Carlton I think really hurt their structures and that. And we've got forwards at the moment that are really giving us a good targets, and when they're not marking the ball, they're bringing the ball to the ground. So we're able to sort of crumb some goals as well.
It seemed like in the first half every time you went forward you've got a mark inside 50. Is this the best array of marking power that you've had at the club for a while? Yeah,
I think it is. To have three tall forwards up there, a lot of people say, well, it might not work, but Josh Kennedy's, in really good form. Lynchy's had a fantastic year. Jack Darling's been sensational for us, and then, you've got crumbing forwards like Mark Lacroix and Mark Nikoshi's been brilliant as well. So there's just a really good mix there, and I know the guys are working really well together.
As a midfielder, it's good to know you don't have to spot up a target necessarily. You can belt it in there and they'll take a contested grab.
Yeah, no, it's good. And for the opposition as well, it puts them under a lot of pressure because, it's not like we're kicking the ball to one particular person the whole time where they can just zone off their opponents and stop them. So we've got a variety of options up there, and, as a midfielder, you look up and, you can kick to any one of them.
Like, you were here for the development of the 2005-2006 teams. Do you see any parallels, the way this team's coming together?
Yeah, it's hard to probably compare eras and groups, but there's no doubt this group is working extremely hard. They've got the right attitude, and I think they want to create their own destiny, and it's just really encouraging to see these kids develop the way they have. Eric McKenzie was great yesterday. Ash Smith is really coming on, Schofield as well. So, I'd love nothing more than to see this group, achieve some success.
How do you guys use the bye this week? Coxie was saying you train on Saturdays, because it's sort of a shorter break than...
Yeah, I think it's a 12-day break, so we're not going to get away or anything like that. We'll train this week as usual. I think we'll have our main training session on Friday, have a recovery session on Saturday, might even have a team lunch or something like that, and then next week, we'll be into our week as normal.
Pretty big week the following week against Geelong as well, another big test, but obviously it gives you some confidence after this week.
Yeah, no, it does. Geelong are playing great football at the moment. I think they're undefeated, so again we get to test ourselves out against the best teams in the competition, and that's the challenge ahead of us.
Did we see Mark of the Year on the weekend, do you reckon?
Yeah, it was a wonderful mark. I just sort of saw him soaring and took a great mark, and I think the scary thing is I reckon he's going to go higher too.
Jack Darling, will he get part of the prize? Being part of the mark?
I'm just glad it's not me. I think I've been in Mark of the Year about 3 times in my career, so it was good to see Nick jump on someone else's head.
It must have been nice to beat Carlton. They really pride themselves on their centre clearances, but you really stitched them up there.
Yeah, no, we did. I mean, Judd, Murphy, Gibbs going through there, sensational players, and I thought Scott Selwood's effort on Juddy was just fantastic. He just worked him over and didn't give him an inch all day. So it's a credit to him. He's had a wonderful season, Scott, and just thought, as a group, we just sort of grinded away and just made it difficult for him.
Was Mark Murphy targeted as a bloke to go after yesterday? You've been reported 3 times as a club for whacking the same bloke.
Oh, did we? Was it Mark Murphy, was it? No, not at all. He's a player that I reckon has just taken his game to another level. He's almost in the same class as Juddy. He's had a fantastic season, so we certainly didn't target him or anything like that, but we understand how good of a player he is.
The prospect of losing Lynch, he's been reported twice in the game. How devastating would it be to lose him at the moment when the form he's in and the form his forward line's in?
Yeah, no, we don't want to lose Lynchy. I haven't seen the incident. I spoke to him about it after the game yesterday, and he felt pretty confident that he was going to be okay. So we'll just sort of see what happens there.
Bo Waters is going to play this weekend too.
Yeah.
He's basically got no injuries, and Bo's coming back.
Yeah, he's been itching to play for a while now, so he's finally been given the all clear. So he resumes for Claremont on Sunday. Looking forward to going down and having a look at see how he goes, and hopefully he gets through the game and puts himself up for selection against Geelong.
A lot of clubs with big injury lists, and you guys don't have won really at all, and a lot of soft tissue injuries around the league as well, which hasn't been a problem for you. Clubs are starting to complain about the rotations and things like that. You got a theory on that at all? Are you found it harder, or are you feeling sore after games?
Yeah, no, it's just one of those things that injuries are, I think, just part of football, and we had our fair share of injuries last year. It's not an excuse, it's just the reality. I know Fremantle are going through some really difficult times there at the moment, so, I guess being in the same situation as they are now last year, you almost, feel for them.
Do you feel, is it a luck thing though, or do you feel that the three on the bench now would have something to do with the mass injuries across the league?
Yeah, no, I haven't felt with the rotations or anything like that. It certainly hasn't affected our club. I think we've been able to manage our players pretty well, so I think there's an element of luck that's involved in that.
Like, do you sit down with, or you and Coxie and maybe Glassy just thought, gee whiz, we probably didn't quite think this would be happening like it is now?
Yeah.
Everyone's really enjoying the ride. It's a great ride, and to beat Carlton over there, shows that it's not just a sort of a team that's playing well in spurts.
Yeah, I think we've definitely exceeded a lot of people's expectations. We had, high expectations, believe it or not, at the start of the year, and we thought that if we continue to do all the things that we've been doing, playing team football, really sort of working hard on our defensive pressure and our tackling, then the results would come. But if someone said to me at the start of the year we'd be 2 points out of the top 4 come round 14, I would have taken it for sure.
There's a bit of a lesson there for people though, like they wanted to sack Woosha last year. And suddenly he's developed the forward press and he's the super coach. It's a funny game for him.
Yeah, no, it just shows how quickly you can turn it around. So we felt like we had a really good pre-season, and it's great to see the maturity of younger players and older players coming through. And even last year, we probably had kids that were given a game when we had a few injuries, and whilst they were battered and bruised, the experience that they got going through those tough times, I think, are really helping them now.
The club and Woosh have both said nothing will be done on his contract until the end of the season, but as a player, would you like to see him around next year, obviously? Yeah, Woosh has been an integral part of this football club since he became coach in 2002. He's got a wonderful relationship with the players, and it's only a matter of time before he gets signed up.
Just looking ahead to Geelong, do you think you can be the first team to knock them off this season?
Yeah, I think we can. They're playing great football, as I said before, but that win against Carlton does give us confidence to beat a top 4 team, and we'll get ourselves ready for that. And yeah, it's just really exciting to take on quality players and a quality team.
One of the weaknesses probably in the Eagles has been the defence. There's the inexperience of Glassy out. Eric McKenzie, that was probably close to the best game he's played. Smith, Schofield.
The guys are coming on really well. David Teague's done a really good job with the young kids down there, and Eric McKenzie, we rate really highly at the football club. I don't want to put any comparisons on him, but he does remind me of a bit of a young Darren Glass, and he's very strong-bodied, he's very quick, and got good pace as well, so he can play on smalls and talls. Ash Smith has been a revelation. He's just got just enormous pace and just taking the game on. It's great to see. Schofield, again, and even Sam Butler, with the poise that he's got down back, is just brilliant. So, again, I think that mix is working really well, and I'm sure they'll continue to play good footy for us.
We thought the judge was unstoppable, like you couldn't keep him below 25, but 17. Was it a team effort or a couple of blokes working him over plus Scotty, or what?
Yeah, no, it was definitely a team effort. Scotty was given the job. I think after half time he might have started to work to Curry a little bit to sort of break that tag. But we really sort of tried to work him over, and we understand he's a wonderful clearance player, so we tried to really body him up at clearances, and then when he did take off, we were pretty good to sort of catch him on the way out as well.
Coach happy after the game, Wayne?
Yeah.
Smile. Was he genuinely pretty rapt?
Yeah, he was happy actually. He was had a big smile on his face, as you can imagine. I think he's stayed over in Melbourne tonight to maybe be a guest on the couch, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes on that.